skirt all niggas, skirt up all niggas, skirt down, you acting like me.
This episode is brought to you by Veronica Polite Photography. Please visit her website, imtoopolite.com, to book your next photo shoot session. She specializes in, but is not limited to, birthdays, business and branding, creative shoots, and families. That's imtoopolite.com, imtoopolite.com. This episode is sponsored by the Closet Corner Boutique, where they have all of your latest fashion trends available for you to shop online. ClosetCorner.com, and that's closet and corner with a K. KLOSETKORNER.com. Please visit online and shop all your latest fashion trends and support our Closet Corner cuties.
So now we arrive at surgery day. So we're at surgery day. It's that Monday, August 22nd. Let me backtrack. The night prior to surgery, so basically because you're going under anesthesia, general anesthesia, you cannot eat anything after 12 o'clock, eat or drink. So basically, I'm not gonna lie, what I did for that day, I did like a final meal thing. So you do you remember I told you they want you to drink a thing. So you do two protein shakes a day, and then you do that one meal, 4 ounces. They recommend it being a salad, but I did my own thing, and I just pretty much did 4 ounces of everything that I liked, pretty much, up until that point. Just so, I just wanted to get it all out of my system because I knew it was going to be a while. So, yeah, that was my whole take on it, not going to lie. I love food, which is why I'm probably here. But anyway, so the day before surgery, I do my thing. I do my preparations. I basically get my surgery bag ready. I could not sleep that night. I don't know. I was just nervous, not going to lie. I was extremely nervous, because it's surgery. Who's not nervous for whatever kind of surgery it is? It's surgery. Any surgery can be risky, but this surgery is like, y'all about to chop off half of my stomach. And I'm not. It's real. You get what I'm saying? It's real. So, I packed my bag. My overnight bag didn't really consist of much because that's what they told me. You pretty much would be in the hospital, generally overnight. You typically are able to go home the following day, long as you're able to tolerate your liquids and no complications and things of that nature. So I didn't pack much because either way I go, once I was there, I was going to be in a hospital gown. So I packed my iPad because work has to go on. Especially at such short notice. I still did have things to get done for work. So I did pack my iPad, headphones, so, a little privacy. I packed my bariatric notes and folders that they gave. I packed the go home outfit. But that was pretty much it. My surgery bag wasn't extensive. I don't think. Now I am trying to just go off of recollection, but I don't think I did a video. If I did, I will incorporate it though. But yeah, my surgery bag wasn't full of much. They did, however, at pre-op, they did give me some specific soap to bathe with. So the night of surgery, I did have to wash my hair. They wanted me to wash my hair, make sure my hair was clean, and I had to bathe with this specific bottle of soap that they gave. So I bathed with that. They want you to clean out your belly button in full. You can't get it on your private area anywhere on your genitals or anything like that. But yeah, so I bathed and everything of that nature. And that was it. Pretty much that was it, Packed my bag, got ready for bed. But me and my girl, we pretty much stayed up talking and playing all night, knowing we had to be up 5 o'clock in the morning, but it wasn't hard. So I did that. Then after I did that, I did have to wake up in the morning a little bit earlier because they want you to bathe again before you come into surgery. So I had to get up like 4 something. I think I set my alarm for like 4:30. I think I got up at like 4:45 probably. I did take a bath. Like I said, I had all my stuff already laid out. So I took a bath and got my clothes on, woke my girl up, and now we're headed for surgery. I did record a little bit, so I will incorporate this video. I don't know if I'll put it in here. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'll put it in here. I might let it play while I'm talking. I don't know. I'll figure that part out. But I did, we're on our way to surgery. We pull up and things of that nature. It was like a valet thing there. So we pull up, we valet the car. We go in. You have to get screened and things, so they give you a little pass and everything of that nature. We talk to the registration. They get you all set, make sure you're paid in full, you don't owe any balances, things of that nature. And then you wait in the waiting room. And from there, I guess everybody that is scheduled for surgery around your same time, we pretty much were all waiting there. It was like four of us, I believe. So, we were sitting there waiting, and then, a little bit shortly after, the doctor or the nurse came in and she walked us to the surgery area. Now, my surgery took place at the Advent Hospital on Bruce B. Downs in Fletcher. They just remodeled, so it is beautiful. I won't kid you. It's beautiful. So, it was beautiful. Everything was pretty much fresh because they kind of just remodeled. So they walked us to the back door and everything. It was a little surgery waiting area. I guess that's kind of where the family would wait. They have like your name on the wall, I guess, letting you know, it wasn't your name. I think it was like a patient number or something, letting you know like the time, where we're at with it and things of that nature. It was nice. It was nice. We sat there for a little bit, no more than like 2-3 minutes, to be honest with you. And then they called us back to the back to prepare for surgery. So they put us all in our rooms and everything of that nature. So when I arrived in my room, they do come in and they have like this little kit, this little packet or whatever, full of things that you have to do. So one of the things was I had to wipe down with some wipes, pretty much the same stuff that was in the soap they gave. It was in the wipes. They say they do that just to, be extra, precautious, because some people might not follow the rules. And they probably know that. But that was one of the things I had to do. I had to insert these large Q-tips in my nostrils, and it was some stuff on them. I had to put that in my nostrils. I had to brush my teeth. I had to get a shot. Had to take my contacts out. You can't have your contacts in. So I did take my contacts out. And I think that was pretty much it. You can't have any jewelry on or anything of that nature. But I believe that was pretty much it. I laid in the bed. They got me ready for the IV. She came in. That's when she gave me the shot. All of the doctors that I would be dealing with came in, introduced themselves, basically re-explained the surgery, the process, things of that nature, just to make sure I was comfortable. The anesthesiologist, his assistant, the nurse. I mean, not the nurse. Well, the nurse did come in. The surgeon came in. The surgeon's assistant came in. The whole team pretty much came in. So yeah, pretty much after she gave me the shot, it was pretty much like by the time we got everything done and everything settled, because like I said, I arrived at 5:15. By the time all of that was done, I was in the bed waiting no more than 5 minutes. I wouldn't even say that. And they were pretty much like, okay, it's time for surgery. And then I looked at the clock and it was like 7:30. So they're like pretty much right on time. I appreciated that. You didn't have me waiting for a long time. Right before though, like when they left, after she gave me the shot, they all left out the room. I'm sitting there, I'm shaking. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous even talking about it right now, but I'm just nervous. I'm shaking. I'm holding my girl hand. I'm like, hold my hand. I'm telling her, like, I don't know, babe. I'm about to tell them to take this shit up out of me. I'm thinking I'm about to reconsider. I don't know what was coming over me, but I just kind of was like, I don't know if I even really still want to do this. And it's like, girl, how you get this far and now you really talking about you thinking about canceling. But I don't know. I've some kind of nerves ran over me, and probably my anxiety. I've been off my anxiety medication for a while because once I learned it slows down my heart rate and I don't sweat and things of that nature, I kind of stopped taking it. I've been doing good self-soothing with that. There's a fly in here. Like I said, I've been doing good self-soothing with that for the most part. I haven't had any major panic attacks. I still have moments where I still, I get a little riled up, but I have learned how to pretty much calm myself down. So that's one of the things I'm proud about. But like I said, I get off topic, but I'll come back to it. So yeah, I'm in there, nervous wreck. And then at this point, they coming in now because it's like I'm doing this and I'm telling her. And then at the same time I call my aunt because I text her. I did not, like I said, remember when everybody was saying, all the stuff. I didn't really fill anybody in about this too much. And not only that, when I had to keep rescheduling my surgery date, I didn't tell anybody either because I'm like, I don't want to keep jinxing my surgery dates. It seems like every time I get a surgery date, something happens. Got to move it along. So aside from my mom and my girl, nobody really even knew I was about to have surgery that Monday. I pretty much was just like, I'm going to just do it. And once I get to the surgery thing, once I'm here, I'll text everybody. So when they were like, oh, pretty much she gave me that shot and everything of that nature, that's when I sent out like my little nationwide text and everything like that. That's when everybody was pretty much like, oh my God, all this and all that. But like I said, I kind of, I didn't feel the necessary support like I thought I would, so that was one of the reasons. And not only that, I kept getting jinxed from it. So I just kind of was like, I didn't really want to tell anybody. So when we were at the point right there, I was like, okay, now you can tell everybody. But I had already did a pre-written text for that. I was sending everybody. So I sent it out. My mom had already knew, so she wasn't really doing too much. I didn't have to let her know, but she was staying in contact with my girl pretty much. Like they were talking throughout that process and stuff like that. But I text my aunt. And I'm like, I'm here. I'm having surgery. I didn't let you know because XYZ, like I just explained and everything like that. She called me immediately. And I'm glad she did because at this point, tears are forming in my eyes because I'm ready to cancel. So she like, and I told her that on the phone, she like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing it. Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. You're going to feel great. You're going to love it. Trust me, this is what you need. Trust me, you're going to love it. This, that, and third. I'm like, oh my God, I'm ready to cancel. And she was like, girl, if you don't, no, like you need this. This is going to be good for you. Trust me. She was like, I feel great. I promise you, you're going to feel great. You're not going to regret it. I don't have any regrets. She just was encouraging. I'm not going to lie. And I needed that. And I'm like, okay, okay. And she was like, you good. You are going to be good. She was like, the pain is not even. And that was another thing I think that set my nerves up because when I'm doing the registration, the lady that's doing my registration, she's like, oh, you're doing this, I'm like, yeah. And she was like, well, all I'm going to tell you is my sister-in-law did it and she's having complications. She had this and she had that and she says it hurt so bad. And she said, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, nah, like, really? She was like, yes. And da-da-da-da-da-da. She was like, and I don't know if you need, it was one of those things. It's like, lady, I did not need that at this moment. I'm not going to lie. I did not need to hear that. So I think she pretty much is what worked me up. So it was like one of those type of things. But my aunt calmed me down. We got through it. And next thing I know, to be honest with you, they came in there like, all right, time for surgery. And I'm like, nah, like that. They was like, yep, let's go. Time to go. So they wheeling me out. And I'm like, basically, babe, I love you. Kisses, all this and all that, So, they wheel me out. And as they're wheeling me out, the lady's like, I'm going to give you something to calm you down. Because as you guys probably know, my blood pressure was up. I wasn't able to take any blood pressure. I wasn't able to take any medication that morning. So my blood pressure was through the roof. So she like, I'm going to give you something to calm down, this, that, and third. I know you're probably nervous and things of that nature. So I'm like, yes, I am. So they wheeling me to the thing or whatever. I get to the operating room and they gave me this pill. So I always ask questions. So she was like, I was like, what is this? And she was like, it's pretty much a Valium or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I get into the surgery place. We were in the in the surgery room, the operating room, and they put me on this table, and she's just like, they're talking to me at this point. Now they're like, hey, so what do you do for a living? Somebody comes up, they're talking to me. One lady is doing all this stuff. I don't even know, because at this point, the volume is pretty much like, I feel it just like overflowing me, but I feel good. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I feel tremendous. I'm relaxed as fuck. But yeah, they give me that. So I'm pretty much kind of almost going out of it. And then, somebody walks up and they're like talking to me like, well, what do you do for a living? And how you feel? And just sparking general conversation, probably to take my mind off of things. But it helped. And I liked it that. And before I knew it, I was asleep. That was it. They said the surgery is scheduled to take like 2 hours, I believe, to complete. And they were like basically staying in contact with my girl, let my girl know she was like my point of contact, if anything happened, her and my mom. So, I guess I'm in surgery, because I don't know, but I'm in surgery. All I remember is waking up. And when I woke up, like they woke me up, they was like, hey, how you feeling? Are you still with me? You still with me? So I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And they was like, how are you feeling? And I'm like, I feel okay or whatever, but I had to pee. So she was like, okay, can you try to hold it for me? We're going to get a transporter to come in and get you to your room. But if you can't hold it, let me know, and we'll get you, we'll get it done. So I'm like, nah, I really can't hold it, or whatever the case may be. So she was like, okay, she was going to get a bedpan, and I would pee in the bedpan. I'm like, okay. So she get the bedpan. I had done dozed back off, but then she got the bedpan, woke me up, said, hey, I got the bedpan, you going to try to go? So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to try to go, or whatever the case may be. So she put the bedpan in me. I had to lift up, because I had to do it laying down. So she put the bedpan in me. I tried to use the bathroom, but for whatever reasons, I just couldn't. I think it was a mental thing. I just didn't want to pee on myself or something. I don't know. It just was weird, but I couldn't get it out. So, she pretty much left it in me, whatever, until the transporter came. I think the transporter came like late. I don't know. I think I was in recovery for a little minute. My surgery, however, did go over, because I had a hernia that they did have to take out. So that took like, I think, a couple extra hours, maybe an hour. I don't know exact times. I believe I got out of surgery at like 11 something, is what my girl was telling me. I believe it. Yeah, I believe I got out of surgery at like 11 something. And then I was in my room by like 12 something. So the transporter took a little minute to get there. When she called, I did hear her say like, oh, okay, so what time you think you'll be here? Oh, okay, no worries. And then she told me that the transporter was a little busy. He was a little backed up. So I was going to be in a recovery room for a little minute before I can go to my room. So that was pretty much that. I just kind of had to hold my pee, because I couldn't pee. I would keep waking up, and she would keep like making sure I was there or whatever. And waking me up, but I would keep waking up and still had to pee, but couldn't go. So that was kind of like a thing, but it wasn't like a major thing. It didn't bother me too much, but I did have to pee. She told me during surgery they put a catheter in, and it can cause like a pause or delay when you are trying to use it right after, like after they take the catheter out and you're trying to pee. You might be a little stalled on getting the urine out because of the catheter just being in there. So that was kind of probably one of the things. I don't know, but that was something that I experienced. So then after that, finally the transporter comes. They wheel me to my room. By this time, I'm pretty much okay. He wheels me to my room, and once I get to the room, I was up the whole time he was wheeling me to my room. Once I get to the room, the nurse comes in, and I tell her, hey, I gotta pee. Can you get me to the bathroom? So she pretty much she lifts my bed up. Well, actually, no, because they took me off of a bed and then put me on a new bed. But before they put me on the new bed, I told them I did have to use the restroom. So they let me sit up on the bed, because he had to go get my nurse. So he put me sitting up on the bed, and then the nurse came in and she helped me get up to go to the bathroom. I honestly didn't need her help, but I guess they kind of just wanted me to wait and let her, trail me just to be on the safe side, like if I fall or something. So she trailed me to the bathroom or whatever, but I pretty much had it. I used the bathroom. She left out the room. She told me to, pull the thing if I needed help getting up and things of that nature, but I didn't. I got up, walked back to the bed. She was already still in there though. She didn't leave or whatever, but got into bed. Once I got in, she helped me get into bed, and I was pretty much like I dozed right back off. Shortly after, my girl and my best friend come walking in. They got little balloons and flowers, oh, so cute. But yeah, that was cute. That was thoughtful. I was appreciative of that. They came, brought flowers in and stuff like that. And then, that was pretty much it. They just sat in there. I kept falling asleep. Every now and then I would wake up, interact a little bit. But for the most part, for the first day, I pretty much slept. My sister came a little bit after that. My best friend left. Then my sister came. Then my girl had to run, make an errand. So my sister was there till my girl came back. And then my mom was there. Actually, no, my mom came first. Then my sister came. Then my girl left. And then my mom left because she was tired of me, kept falling asleep on her. So my sister was there, basically making sure. I guess nothing happened. I don't necessarily know. Excuse me. I'm not ashamed of flatulence or farts. I'm not ashamed, so don't mind me. And I'm not going to hold it in either. Not going to block it out because it's natural. But yeah, so that was pretty much for the most part. I think I was still on the anesthesia, so I did not have I didn't really feel much. I'm not going to lie, pain-wise. I didn't have a problem with pain. It wasn't nothing that stuck out. It wasn't nothing, no feelings of something that needed to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got up, walked. It was nothing. You do feel a little pain, but pain level, I would say, was at like a 3. That lady had me thinking I was going to be at like a 15 out of 10, but I would say with pain levels was at like a 3. So that was pretty much it for my first day. I did, however, when I did wake up, come to, after a little bit, I was like, I did feel a little hungry. So I did ask them like if I could get something to put on my stomach, and they told me no. They told me, to chew some ice chips. One second. So they did tell me to chew ice chips. I was not on that. Just the thought, I'm like, ice chips, but they said they couldn't give me anything, so they told me to like sip some water, chew some ice chips. So I did chew the ice chips. I got like 2, maybe 3 ice chips in. Kid you not, I was stuffed, and I'm just like, whoa, that's unusual. So yeah, I mean, I know they said it wasn't gonna make me hungry, but I didn't expect it to be to that level like that, where ice chips filled me up, and I'm like, whoa. They prompted me to try to get some liquids in. Not gonna lie, I was not able to get no liquids in, little to nothing. I would try every now and then, but nothing really was able to get in there after I ate the ice chips. Not gonna lie. So that was that first day. I would try just cause, but I wasn't able to get much in there. They don't push it on you, from my understanding, on the first day, cause you're just coming to, and they have liquids pumping through you so that you don't get dehydrated. But their main thing is you being able to stay hydrated. So yeah, that was pretty much that. Like towards the middle of the night, like after everything settled, my girl did stay with me that night, but for whatever reasons, they started coming in at night. Like everybody want to come in. Somebody came in. She said she had to give me a shot. It's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's like, why would you wait this late to give me a shot? Like, I don't know, but the shot was something basically so I don't get blood clots. And that was another thing. They came in, they put these little massagers. They give you like leg massagers, pretty much from your ankle to like your right up under your knee. You're like, they have these things on you, and they massage your legs throughout the, they just they keep massaging your legs every often. So you don't get blood clots or whatever, because you're not moving around, after surgery. So that was one of the things I liked that though. But yeah, they came in, pretty much she gave me the shot. They had to give me some medication. Somebody else came in to talk to me. I don't even remember, but it was like, lady, if you don't get the, but I had to call the nurse because I had to pee. But that was pretty much it. The gist of it. My girl was aggravated because she couldn't get any sleep. Then like 7 o'clock in the morning, they coming in, they bringing food, wanting me to try the foods, and I'm like, I'm not about to try this food right now. I'm still full from the ice chips. They hadn't even really settled in yet. So yeah, but at this point, so they did, like the nurses, like I said, they was coming in the middle of the night, so she did come in and administer some pain medication. They pretty much had it around the clock. So at this point, I'm still not feeling any pain like that. But she did come in and take away the fluids. She said that my fluid pack had ran out and they weren't gonna fill it back in. They weren't gonna hook me back up to it, because at this point they want me to stay hydrated on my own. The fluids were keeping me hydrated, but now it's like basically crunch time, and they got to make sure that I'm going to be able to stay hydrated on my own when I go home. So they took the fluids off of me in the middle of the night. She did that. And then this time she asked if I wanted the pain medication. I didn't feel any pain, so no, I did decline the pain medication. But I did start feeling like after it wore off completely, I did start feeling the gas pains that they speak of. So they do say that you're going to experience gas. That is no joke. Now, the first day feeling it, I did feel like right up in here, there was some mild pain. I would say probably about 5. And then in my shoulders. Eventually, but by this time, I was up and walking, and I was trying to get liquids down. I was able to get some down. But by this time, I'm pretty much off the pain medication. So I do feel right here, like it started in both, but for whatever reasons, it only stayed here for me, like on this side, and then eventually it just stayed in my shoulder. But when I tell you, oh my God. Well, I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm ready to talk about that gas pain, but I'm not going to jump the gun because, okay, boom. So at this point, it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. My girl is up now because she's like, oh, I can't sleep. So I'm up. So I'm like, well, babe, I'm going to try to get up and walk around. They say they want you walking around and making sure you're good. So I did. I got up. I did 2 laps. I did drink some water. They had a protein shake and they had some broth in there for me to try. The broth was disgusting. Definitely wasn't going to eat that. I did try to get some of the protein shake in. I was able to get some water in. I was able to get enough in for them to clear me to go home, and I did do enough laps. After that, the PT came in, the personal trainer, I think, physical therapist, not personal trainer. The physical therapist, they had to come in. They did some tests, basically to make sure that I was up to par. I was able to walk, and there wasn't any bone malfunction or muscle issues or anything of that nature. So they came in, did that. Once they did that, I had to walk with them as well. But I was walking on my own because I pretty much wanted to. I just wanted to make sure I was good. Plus, I was trying to get that gas out because they say the gas gets out with that, with the whole walking thing. To me, that's bull, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna wholeheartedly say that. It was bull for the pain, the gas pain here. But what I noticed when I would have to get my liquids in and I was still full of gas, it did help. The walking around did help. But like I said, I'm not gonna jump the gun, but that was really what stuck out for me, the gas pains. So yeah, I'm walking and this, that, and the third. So then the surgeon comes in. They talked to me pretty much, basically making sure I'm okay. When he came in, I was up doing something, like with work and stuff like that. So he was like, oh, well, you're good. Look at you, So I was, moving around. I walked for him and things of that nature. And he pretty much cleared me to go home the same day. So one thing that was weird, right when I was cleared to go home, I had a fever. Now, I had been on Tylenol that entire time. So maybe that's why my fever didn't come into play. And like I said, I had declined the medication early on because, I'm one of those type of people. Like I told you, I'm one of those type of people. I do not like being on medication if I don't have to. So I did decline the pain medication, and part of the pain medication was Tylenol. So she did, so she did my vitals. I did have a slight fever, but she said, it wasn't like alarming. And my blood pressure was a little high. But again, she said it wasn't alarming as much, but she said she was going to give it some time. I needed to rest and, pretty much chill out, and sit down. And she was like, let's see if, after you rest, after a little bit, some time, I'm going to come back, check your vitals again, and let's see if they've lowered. So she did that, and they did lower, because she said they weren't going to allow me to go home if my vitals weren't, suitable. So, we did that. I was able to go home. My vitals did come, my blood pressure did go down. And the fever was, like I said, it wasn't alarming, but it was high. They told me just to monitor it. So oddly, we get in the car, I'm headed home, everything of that nature. For whatever reasons, now at this point, like I'm in the car and I am feeling crazy. I don't know, I don't know. But for whatever reasons, it's like I feel crazy. Like I feel a little woozy. My body done got hot. And I'm just like, ugh, like, I don't know. I felt weird. I felt so weird. So, it was kind of strange. They did prescribe me the Ondset, whatever that name is, but it's for nausea. But like I said, they prescribed it to me, so I had to go to CVS to pick all this stuff up. So we did stop at CVS, and I'm feeling crazy. I'm hoping it's not going to be that long of a process. And then at this point, I can't take any medicine either. So I knew I needed some Tylenol because I'm like, I got this fever. We got to try to get the fever down because I don't want to have to go back to the hospital. So I tell her to go in CVS, basically where they did the prescription. And while she picked up the prescription, I told her to find some liquid Tylenol. I didn't know this, so this might be something y'all need to invest in, but they only have liquid Tylenol in a kiddie format. Y'all need to probably invest in a adult Tylenol in a liquid format, and not the liquid kind that comes with cold and flu symptoms, just plain Tylenol, pain, like you guys have for kids. But yeah, so we had to get a bottle of that, the kid formula version of it. And then, she had to wait for my blood pressure medication and stuff of that nature. Well, she had to wait for my medication to be, the prescription to finish filling or whatever. They told her 15 minutes, so she 15 minutes, that's nothing. I kid you not, it took her 30 minutes to an hour to come out. At least it felt like it took her that long because mind you, I'm in the car horrible at this point. Not only that, the gas has kicked in out of nowhere. So my arm hurts. My head is feeling crazy. I got a fever. I don't know. I could just keep saying I don't know what happened in that car ride. But the car ride home was horrible. I'm not going to lie to you. That car ride was horrible. So eventually, she gets everything settled. We head home. We get to the house. I take my temperature because I asked her to get a thermostat as well while she was there. I take my temperature. It is at 100.4. From the booklet, it said if it was at 100.7 or higher, that was means of basically, calling the emergency people, seeing if I need to get reinstated. So I didn't really want to do that anyway. I just was like, okay, no. Actually, I think mine was at 100.6, and I think it was 100.7 was what they said that needed to, be looked at. So I'm like, I'm not there yet, but I'm close. So I did not call to say I needed to come back or check in or anything. I took the Tylenol. I waited a little bit. It went down to 100.3. I believe. And then I waited a little bit longer, and then it did eventually get down to like 99. So then from there, after a little while, I think Tylenol only lasts like 4 hours. This was the kitty version at that. So, I did measure it based on what we would take as an adult. So I did take an ounce or 30 milliliters of the kid version. And like I said, it did bring me down. I did not feel the pain anymore either, but I didn't recognize that part just yet. So I was okay. Then like 4 hours in, I realized, okay, I got to take it again. So I took it again because the fever did come back. This time it did only go up to like 100.3. But then once I took it, it went back down. It went down to like a 98. And then like I said again, I didn't feel the pain. It was when I stayed on the Tylenol throughout the night. I woke up that following day, and I woke up in pain. And I'm just like, what? What is this? Because before, like I said, I wasn't feeling any pain. So I wake up confused because I'm just like what's happening? But it was the gas pain and it was coming in strong. And I'm just like, whoa. I did, however, I took the Tylenol again. And I'm not noticing it for whatever reason. It wasn't clicking that it was the Tylenol at first. I did, however, take the last little bit of my Tylenol just to be on the safe side, just so, just to be on the safe side. And, now that I recollect on it, the gas pain did go away because I didn't feel it that much on the first day. My girl did go back and get me some more Tylenol. And I did keep on with the Tylenol for every 4 hours, just to kind of break it. Because I know if you stay on it, it'll break it. But I was using it for the fever portion of it, not necessarily the pain portion of it. Whole time, I'm not noticing this because my first day, officially like first full day home, I did not notice the gas pains as much. So now at this point, I gotten the fever to break. Far as liquids, first day home, I'm getting my liquids down, but not really. They recommended every 15 minutes. I was not able to do every 15 minutes. I'm not going to lie to you. But, I was able to get enough in. I think I did get 2 protein shakes in. And I did get 40 ounces of water. They want 64 ounces of liquids, but I think I only was able to get 40. But, they didn't pressure me too much on it. So that was like the first day home. I pretty much laid around. I didn't do much. And that was pretty much it. So now here we are going into the night for the second night. At this point, I'm not on the Tylenol anymore. So the gas pains are like kind of kicking in. I'm noticing like, it's hard for me to like lay down a little bit. So I'm just like, I don't know. I didn't know much, but I was able to fall asleep, but this time, second day home, I wake up. Whoa. Not gonna lie to you, that pain was unbearable. I kid you not. I just could not even think straight with those gas pains. And not to mention, I'm at the point where I don't like to be on medication, They gave me oxycodone, but I don't want to take it if I don't have to. So in my mind, I'm not feeling any surgery pain, so I don't need to take this. This is something I can overcome. Whoa. I mean, the pain was, I couldn't sit back. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't do really too much of anything. And I'm just like up walking. I'm just steady trying to walk. I'm trying to walk because all I know is they say it's, pretty much they said it was the gas. And they're like, just walk it out, walk it out. I'm trying to walk. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I could not do much of anything, to be honest with you. It hurted so bad. I really couldn't even move my arm like that. And then not only that, I feel because of the pain, now my blood pressure is through the roof because they told me to keep monitoring my blood pressure. It's through the roof. can't keep it to go down. It's like it's bananas right now. I'm not even gonna tell you the levels of what it was. I took the blood pressure medication. It did go down a little bit, but it was right back up. It was right back up. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I'm calling my mom. I'm letting my mom know everything, this, that, and third. She advised me to take one more blood pressure medication and see if that help calms it down. Cause she said, like, you can, I'm on 10 milligrams for a daily dosage, but if I'm noticing it's too high, taking one or two more won't necessarily affect me or put me at, anything at risk. It won't harm anything. So, I listened. I Googled it too, and, they did say, like, pretty much 40 milligrams of lisinopril was pretty much standard, for some people. But, if you needed to take extra ones throughout the day to get your stuff stable, it was okay to do so. So I did do that. The blood pressure did become stable, but the pain was still there. And mind you, at this point, I'm at the, I don't have any incision pain. So I don't think gas is going to, I don't think any pain medicine is going to help the gas. It came to a point, though, eventually I did call them and let them know, like, hey, I can't take it. I don't know if I need to come back. I don't know what's going on, but I can't take the shoulder pain. So the first day, I'm just, looking stuff up pretty much. I'm online trying to figure out gas pains. They had told me nothing was really going to help the gas pains. So I was kind of like lost in hope for that. So that day I pretty much just suffered through the gas pains, to be honest with you. And then like that night it was just, that's when it got crazy, because that night trying to go to bed, like I said, I couldn't really sit up. I couldn't even really move it. I couldn't do anything. The gas pains in my shoulder were whoa. And then it was like to the point where it was like my whole arm was like, it just felt like it was asleep. It just, I don't know. It just felt like it was that, like you slept on it too long. It just felt like that. I just couldn't, I don't know. But I stomached through it the first day, trying to go to bed. I was able to find a position where I could sleep, or at least fall asleep. But I was right back up in the middle of the night in pain. It was crazy. So I got up and I fixed me a laxative, because I know they said, like, once you poop, it helps ease the gas. I got up, I fixed me a laxative. I did that. And it was a smooth move. I took a smooth move. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those, but I did a smooth move laxative. And pretty much I just had to stomach that, because, it's hard to get liquids in, and the smooth moves are like, you got to put in 1 cup. I think that's like 8 ounces of liquid. I stayed up until I was able to finish that whole thing. So, I finished that. I also took the oxycodone, just to be able to doze off with it, because I knew it was going to put me to sleep. So I did take the oxycodone, and I took the smooth move, just to be able to fall asleep. So I was able to go to sleep eventually, and, went to sleep and woke up back in pain. So at this point, I tell my girl, like, okay, because now when I'm in pain, now my blood pressure is back through the roof. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, what can I do? So my girl goes to the store. We get the Gas X chewable tablets. Did not help. Did not do anything. I burped a little bit, but definitely did not move anything. Definitely was not worth getting. I'm looking up stuff all day. I'm trying to figure out what can I get. So I also send my girl back to the store. I'm like, go get it's some stuff called some charcoal tablets. It's activated charcoal. Apparently that helps with gas and stuff of that nature. I go to the store with her this time. So I went to the store with my girl. We get the charcoal tablets. It's like activated charcoal. So I go to the store, we get that, and I get some chicken broth and some I got beef broth and I got chicken broth. Just to give me different flavors, because at that point I was pretty much tired of the protein shakes. I had been on them prior to surgery, and on them all day after surgery that was aggravating. So I do that. Did not help. Not gonna lie, did not help. Not initially. Did not help, did not feel a difference. I took another one of the Gas X chewable tablets later that night because I read the thing. You can only take like 1 or 2 per day. So I took one that morning. I did the charcoal. Nothing helped. Nothing soothed that pain. So again, like by this time though, I've called the people because by this time, like I said, with the pain, my blood pressure wouldn't stay down. So now I'm concerned. So I'm telling them what's going on. She's telling me, I told her what I did and the remedies that did help with the blood pressure. She told me, okay, that's fine. Keep up with that. And she told me this time, get some Tylenol, try to take some Tylenol, and take my pain medication if need be to see if that helps soothe the pain from the gas. So I'm not going to lie, I did not think that was, I'm like, but I do remember, the pain medicine being something that was able for me to fall asleep. So I didn't have any Tylenol at this point. So this time around, I did take the pain medication that they prescribed, the oxycodone. So I took that just to be able to fall asleep. I was surprised because I did not use the bathroom. That kind of, I was surprised about that. I did not use the bathroom. 1 second. So I called the lady. At this point, I've called them, and I'm like, so they recommend me take the oxycodone, and then they recommend me take Tylenol with it as well. She told me try one or the other if I wanted to, because if I didn't want to take the oxycodone, then to take the Tylenol, see if that helps. And then if I don't take if the Tylenol doesn't, basically soothe the pain, then she told me to go ahead and try the oxycodone with the Tylenol. She said they won't, it won't be a problem to do both, but I could try one or the other. So we went back, got some liquid Tylenol. I actually got tablets, and I wasn't supposed to, but I did. I'm a little hard-headed, won't lie. But so I went and I got some Tylenol tablets, and I did take the Tylenol medicine. And actually, no, I didn't go anywhere. What I did was I sent, Instacart with Publix, because my girl we had just came back in and everything like that. So I didn't want to send her back out. So what I did was I did Instacart, and I had them send for me some popsicles, because they told me that was another way to get my liquids in. I could eat the sugar-free popsicles. So I did the popsicles, and then I also did the Tylenol, and then I had got some icy hot, and I got all of that delivered to the house. So when that came, I took the Tylenol, and I put the icy hot on me. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. Instantly, I felt relief. I don't know, I do know now that it was the Tylenol that gave me the relief. But at the time, I did not know if it was the icy hot or if it was the Tylenol. But I'm not going to lie. Instantly, I felt relief because before I couldn't do anything. It was to the point like my girl had her shoulder dislocates. So like the Sunday before my surgery, her shoulder dislocated. Crazy, right? So she was in the hospital and they gave her a sling. I'm walking around with her sling on because I can't even really move my arm. It has my arm like kind of like stuck to my body. Like everything hurted. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, everything hurted. So that was pretty much like, the first 3 days of surgery. That's pretty much what happened. I felt that pain. But after that, after I realized it was the Tylenol that was soothing the gas pain, that was pretty much all I felt as far as any complications after, having my surgery. So yeah, that was pretty much that. So now I'm pretty much on Tylenol, like on a consistent basis. For whatever reasons, because one of the other things they do have you take a laxative right the night before surgery. The day before surgery, they have you take 2 doses of the Miralax. So I did have to take that. But for whatever reasons, I never had a bowel movement. It wasn't until that Friday is when I had my first bowel movement. And mind you, I told you my surgery was that Monday, came home that Tuesday. That Wednesday is when the pain started. That Wednesday night is when I took the laxative. So that Thursday I did not take anything laxative wise or anything like that. But that Friday morning, everything just came out of me. I had my first bowel movement. It was soft. It was nice. It was easy. Everything came out of me. I don't know if that did assist because I did not feel the gas pains as strong by this time. But like I said, I was also taking Tylenol. But that day I noticed I did not have to take the Tylenol as much. So yeah, so that's pretty much like, what I was going through, basically outside of surgery. Right out of surgery. But I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop the video here. And the next video will be about my 1 week post-op. So I'll give you an update on that on the next segment. I don't want this one to be too long. And this one was pretty much about the surgery procedure and things of that nature. So now we're going to discuss more in depth. I did tell you about the pain that came after surgery. So that's kind of how we got here. That was the only complications that I did feel. If you guys want to see my surgery scars, 1 second. Now, don't pick at my stomach. Be easy on me because my stomach is ugly. Not going to lie. My stomach has never really been a cute stomach, but y'all better not take me down by my stomach because I'm being transparent with y'all, so be nice. But these are my surgery marks right here. Here, 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 and here. I have one like right up it. I think is this it? No, I think this was it, but I think it closed or something. And that was pretty much it. So this is where they went in. This side right here is like indented in. You can see it more in person, but there's like a dent. It was bigger, but I don't know if it's healing or what. But it's like kind of coming out a little bit. But there's like a dent right here, and this is where they took the stomach out. This is the side they took the stomach out. I also noticed with this side, I can't go over too long, but I noticed with this side, like this is like a flatter side of my stomach versus this side. Like there's like a lumpy lump type of vibe right there. If you guys can tell, like as you can see, like there's like got a little flubber hanging. Excuse my low handles. Hopefully they go in with more weight loss. But yeah, this is what my stomach looks like. Disregard this tattoo. I was young and dumb, and I had dreams of going to Hollywood, so thought it would be a good idea to tattoo it on me. And I drew this myself, actually. I drew this whole tattoo. Let somebody do it. Didn't look cool, but as you can see, neither here nor there. So yeah, this is my body, and this is post-op. 2 weeks now at this point. Beforehand, I did take pictures, so um, beforehand, I did take pictures of my body, like right before surgery, the night before. I don't know if I trust putting that out. I don't know. I'm being transparent. I might. I gotta see how bad they look, but I might put the videos, the footage out of me post-op. So far, I've lost. I don't even remember how much I lost. I think I'm a little over 20 pounds. We'll get to that in the 1 week update. I'm gonna get all to the whole, process of that in the 1 week thing. But I will say, before surgery, prior to surgery, remember I told you guys when I started the process, I was 212, and I started in April. By the time I was at my surgery date in August, I did lose 7 pounds because I was at 205. And right out of surgery, hold on, because I use an app called Bariatric. Great app. Wonderful app. Not going to lie. So it helps me keep track of my weight and everything. It helps you keep track of your liquid intake, what you're eating. It tells you how many calories are in something. All you got to do is scan the back, or you can even search it on the app and it'll tell you exactly like, what's in it, how much fat, how much sugar, you can just scan it and all the ingredients comes right in. You can search some items that are like popular and it'll tell you exactly what you're looking at. So yeah, like I said, when I started this, I was 212. Coming out of surgery, how much was I coming out of surgery? I can't even remember. I started at 205. I think coming out of surgery, I was at 200. I think. For whatever reason, I did not record it. I want to say I was at like 200. Let me see. Did I record? Did I? Okay, no. I think first day out of surgery. Okay, no. I take that back. First day out of surgery, I don't think I lost any weight. And I think my next weigh-in, pretty much, okay, yeah. So before surgery, when I started the process, I was 212. By June 27th, I was at 205, and I was able to maintain that weight up until right before surgery. When I weighed myself right before surgery, I did weigh in at 206. And I believe the day after surgery, I was 205. So I had lost like 1 pound. And then the day after that, it was pretty much like a pound a day. My next time recording myself was August 25th. Surgery date was August 22nd, but the next weight that I recorded into the actual phone, it was at the next date that I recorded into the phone was at August 25th. On August 25th, I weighed in at 195. So as you can see, I'm down 5 pounds within a matter of 3 days at that point. The next day, I recorded pretty much every day. And I'll get to more details in that in the next video for my 1 week post-op, letting you guys know, pretty much where my 1 week weight was at. And yeah, so I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hope this, my surgery process, basically helps you guys get a little insight on what to expect if you are planning to get the surgery. Definitely share to spread awareness. That's what we want. That's what we're trying to get out here. Awareness to, people, so that way they can start, a healthier journey. If they need that extra push, this surgery is definitely it. Immediately after waking up, I did feel differences as far as like the diabetes systems. I did not feel that. The blood pressure was still something I was dealing with. I think it was just based on the pain levels that was rising my blood pressure, because in the hospital I didn't have any issues, but coming home I did have those issues for the first 2 days. But after that, I did not see any issues for that. The sleep apnea, my girl did tell me I was not snoring. So I can't say that it cured it. But like I said, I didn't necessarily need my sleep apnea machine. What was something else? The high cholesterol, I can't really touch on because that's not something that I can test. Asthma, I didn't have any, wheezing or any problems prior to, but I haven't noticed any changes or any lung issues since. And what else was it? High blood pressure, high cholesterol, asthma, sleep apnea. Now, the acid reflux, like he said, it definitely made my acid reflux worse. I am, I'm not going to jump the gun, but that was part of the reasons I couldn't get my liquids down due to the acid reflux. But I also couldn't take any medication straight coming out of the hospital, coming out of surgery. Once I got home, they told me to chop up and that's something else you have to do. You have to chop up all pills. You cannot swallow pills whole straight out of surgery. So I did have to chop up all of my medication and put it into something. But yeah, once I was able to get my acid reflux medication, because I take famotidine, once I was able to get that in, it was something that did relieve my acid reflux symptoms as far as me being able to get my liquids in. Because for the first 2 days at home, I was not able to get my liquids in due to the gas. It's like once you're trying to swallow, it's just like it gets stuck, and it right up in here, you just feel it. And once you get it past there, it's like once it hit my stomach, it was like a rumble, and it was like I used to have to bend over and kind of like try to walk it out. And it was like I try to breathe it out as well, but I could not get liquids in due to that reason. The pain was short lived. It lasted for like a couple seconds, but it still was like one of those, you guys want me drinking all of this in 15 minutes? Like, no. And then I believe like every 30 minutes, they was expecting me to be able to get 4 ounces of liquid down by this point. And every 15 minutes, at least 1 ounce of the protein shake. Not going to lie, I was not able to reach that goal. I won't even kid you. I did try my hardest though. But yeah, once I was able to get the famotidine in me, it did help ease that gas and that acid reflux that I was feeling, because once I got full too, and once you get full and you get full quick, it felt like it was about to come back up, like that throw up in your mouth kind of feeling. But once I was able to get past that with my famotidine, once I was able to put that back in my system, it did help. It did ease. But yeah, I done got back on a whole nother subject. So we're going to stop it here. Like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned. My next video will be my 1 week follow up, basically 1 week post-op, let you guys know how I feel, let you guys know what my weight was, and basically, just how it was the rest of my days. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned. Like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all later.
Give me a paper towel, give me another value, give me another hour or two. I'll war with you. Why you bother me when you know you don't want me? Why you bother me when you know you got a woman? Why you hit me when you know better? Know you know better, know you prove better than you do. Call me looking for you, I'll be looking for you. Got me looking forward to weekend. Sure, baby, sure, baby, sure, baby. We do what